My mock CAT scores are very volatile. I get a 94 once and then I get a 72. I get a 91 and then I get a 78. Sometimes it goes as low as 61, 62, 55, 45 and as high as 97, 98. Fine. This is a serious issue. Don't judge yourself based on the 97. The 97 is as much due to luck as the 65 is due to bad luck. Volatility is usually underpinned by one idea only, which is lack of accuracy. Lack of accuracy means there's no control over your mark. If you attempt 24 questions in a section and you get 6 of them wrong, you probably should bin that section. 75% accuracy is pish-tosh. Assuming that you get 1 and 2 right, if you've attempted 24 and got 18 correct, then I would argue that about 12 questions you got right, you were confident. You punted the remaining 12 and half went your way, half didn't go your way, right? Which is absurd. If you're attempting 24 questions and only half of them you're confident of, then that is absurd. Then another day you could have got only 12 correct and 12 wrong. And so there is this, the volatility is underpinned by accuracy. And accuracy is one, a speed, craze, frenzy thing, and 2, it's an attitudinal thing. You need to be very, very, very harsh on yourself for missing out on accuracy. Everybody doing mocks, this is what I tell almost all my students, do one mock where you're shooting for 100% accuracy. You can have a sense of measuring your risk only if you know what is the risk-free state. And so you should take a mock and say, look, if I'm attempting 14 questions, I get 4 wrong. If I attempt 10, I get 3 wrong. If I get 7, I get 2 wrong. Attempt 4, get all of them right in that section. It doesn't matter. Find your level for quant, DI, verbal, where you're very confident and you get 0 wrong. Even if your percentile is 55, the 0 wrong mock is inspiring. Go for that. Find your risk-free level. Then you get a sense of where you're taking your chances. Whenever I take a mock and I take my chances, at the end of it, I'll say, look, I've done 34 questions. There were 34 questions in quant. I attempted 30. I know that 27 are good. The remaining 3 are iffy. I punted a little bit. Now I'll have a poke and see those 3. If all 3 fell my way, brilliant. If 2 went my way, 1 the other way around. But I'll be very, very harsh on myself if one of the 27 went wrong. The measurability of how much risk you're taking, you need to have a control of that. Verbal, same for verbal, same for DI, same for LR. In verbal, every time you feel like you're taking more chances and therefore 80% accuracy is what you're measuring for. It's absurd. It is 75% accuracy that you're aiming for in the 25% of the question where you're taking a chance. You can't say, I attempt 20 questions, generally I have an accuracy of 75%. I am hopeful that some 15 will be correct. That is an absolutely wrong way of going about it. If I've attempted 22 questions, before you look at that review, you should say, I've attempted 22. I know that these 14 are right. Of the remaining 8, I'm hoping I'll get 4 or 5 right. That is not great, but still all right. But if you don't even have a sense of what you're sure of, what you've taken a chance in, then you're in trouble. Come the actual exam, the volatility pressure will get to you. Right? And usually, the actual CAT paper is simpler than all these mocks. That's a given. But there are catches here and there. It's a paper where the punters get punished. The guys who randomly take chances, they get punished. I've had students who have fewer attempts at higher accuracy and students who have a lot of attempts but lower accuracy. The first brigade, as a rule, has done slightly better in the actual exam, even though your +3 -1 might not work that way. Because the guys whose scores are volatile, they also tend to overestimate their accuracy rate. Somebody who tells you that I'll get 80% of questions wrong, 80% of questions right, is talking out of his hat. Why? Which 80? If you know that, attempt only that. If you don't know that, you're talking out of your hat. Fine. So be very, very, very anal about accuracy. Lack of accuracy underpins volatility. If your scores yo-yo, tank a mock, but get 0% error rate in that. 0 error. See that screen where you've attempted very few questions, but all of them are right. And then say, look, now I have a sense of control. I'll work up from here. Don't build in this chance taking into the system. Chance taking is a sign of weakness, sign of lacking confidence, because your mind is saying you need to attempt more. So you chase attempts and keep taking chances. That's absurd. Get your mind conditioned to the fact that you will get stuff right. And in case you're gambling, you know exactly what you're gambling on. If you don't have that sense, then you're asking for trouble. If your scores yo-yo, take it very seriously. Beat down error rate, beat down inaccuracy, then start all over again. If your accuracy is down, then you have a control. Then you fit back and say, this cat I think I've done well. This mock I think I've done well. If your scores yo-yo, your percentile is always a moment of truth. You click this exam and then you say maybe 94, maybe 65. It can't work like that. You should finish a mark and you should say, look, this I've done well. I didn't screw up too much, and that should be right. That sense of control you get only when you have a handle on accuracy. Get that before even thinking about number of attempts.